Hi, I'm Angie. Today I'm going to show you a really simple recipe for fresh orange cake. It's so quick and easy to make. I'm going to be making the whole cake in a food processor because we're going to be using fresh oranges, 2 whole oranges, and that includes the peel, so it's kind of hard to chop them fine enough on your own. So you can do the rest of the recipe by hand, but for the oranges you're going to want to chop them in a food processor. So the first thing we're going to do is add 2 oranges that have been quartered into the food processor bowl. And just because you're going to be eating the peel, I like to wash them first, and I also cut off the little bit of stem end. So we'll just put those right into the bowl. We're going to process these until they're fine using the steel blade, and that's going to be for about 20 seconds. So that's 2 medium seedless oranges. You can see that's pretty fine. Now I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of butter. That's 1½ sticks. Right in with the oranges. And I've got 1½ cups of sugar. And I've got 3 eggs. And you want to process this now until it's well mixed, about 2 minutes. You can stop and scrape down the sides of a food processor bowl. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And you just want to combine that with 2 or 3 on-off pulses just until the flour disappears. Now I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees and I've greased a 9-inch square baking pan. You can also do this in 2 9-inch round layer cake pans. Of course they'll be thinner. And we're going to put this into the pan and bake it at 350 for about 40 to 45 minutes. Smooth it out. So pop this in the 350 oven for 40 to 45 minutes until a tester comes out clean. Now I'm going to show you a quick icing recipe for on top of our orange cake. This is for orange buttercream icing. So the first thing I do is cream 1/4 cup of butter in the bowl. That's 1/2 stick. I'm just using an electric mixer for this. I'm going to add just a dash of salt and 2 cups of icing sugar and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla and 2 to 3 tablespoons of orange juice. If you need it to be a little thinner, you can add some more, or if you want to keep it a little stiffer, then just use less. So just blend all that together until it's smooth and creamy. That looks nice. You want it to be a nice spreading consistency, not too runny. Now I'm just going to add a teaspoon of fresh grated orange peel right into it. Now if you want it to be more orange color, you can add a few drops of red and yellow food coloring, but I prefer just using the natural orange. And once the cake is cooled completely, you can spread this frosting over. Just stir that in by hand so it doesn't get all caught up in the beaters. That looks good. Okay, it's been 43 minutes and the cake has tested done. Smells really good. I'm going to let it cool for about 10 minutes, then take it out of the pan and let it cool completely on the rack, and then I'll spread my icing on the top. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll try fresh orange cake.